subscribe. Darling Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let's get 8S. 8S, hop on in, 8S.
What's going on, man?
Well, I'm good, Mr. 8S. How are you?
I'm good. I got a question to ask you.
Go ahead.
When are you going to stop blaming the white man and hold the Jew accountable?
Which Jews? Which ones?
The ones that have, you know, have full control over our politics. The
You mean the
ones that
white ones?
you said what now?
You mean the white ones?
There's a difference.
What's the
There's a difference.
what's the difference?
To say that white Jews, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, there's black Jews. They're not running
There are
anything.
black Jews.
What
There
do you
are
mean then?
black Jews. I'm talking
Hold
about
on, wait,
the
wait. What do
ones
you
that
mean? What do you mean they're not black Jews? Of course they're black Jews.
I didn't say that there weren't.
Okay.
There's black Jews in Ethiopia for sure,
Yeah.
all over the place.
In Israel, yeah.
hmm So
So
when
yeah,
are you going to start holding them accountable for
should we
fucking
blame
up?
them? Should we blame the Ethiopian Jews? They're somewhere.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the ones that claim to be from Israel, but they're not. They're East Europeans. You seem to put
So,
them in the same class with the
so
whites, and it's
European,
not the same
white,
thing.
white. It's called white. White.
Still not the same thing, dog.
What's the
The white,
difference?
the whites of this country
What's
are
the
are the whites of this country are pretty much Italian, Irish, German, pretty much. All right. Like if you're not a dumb guy, right? You don't consider yourself a stupid individual.
That's not true.
The the same guys,
What you just said was horse crap, sir. You got Hispanics who are in white supremacist organizations, sir. You got
dog.
who are white.
The ones I'm talking about are the ones that have full support of black folks all over the country. The same ones that have integrated themselves using the NAACP to use black men as a ploy to
Those
gain
are regular.
political dominance.
Those are regular white supremacists. What their religious or ethnic backgrounds are inconsequential, sir. If they practice white supremacy, why are we breaking them up in religious and ethnic groups? And they're all benefiting from white supremacy.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Second, let me hold on before we go there. Where are you from, 8sec? Where's your family from?
I'm from America.
Where's your family from, sir?
America.
You're not foundational Black American.
No.
All right, then. Wait,
How many of us are though?
not you. You immigrate. Your family immigrated from somewhere. Where did your family immigrate from?
Where'd your family come from?
They didn't immigrate anywhere. My family built the country. Where did your family immigrate from?
Oh, okay. So the same ones that, you say you integrated to this country, you're gonna blame the white man for bringing you here when it was the
And
Jews who financed the slave ships to bring
My
you here?
my family built the United States, sir, from the ground up, and the culture with it, sir. Where did your family immigrate from?
Ireland and Jamaica.
Right.
So
So
that
you
but
are,
you think you
are
have dominance over me because think that you're brought here by the white man?
so you saying you're Jamaican? You're part Jamaican?
Yeah.
Really?
hmm
What part of Jamaica?
My father's from Kingston.
Word. We talked before, right?
No, never. It's the
You never,
first time.
because I heard
Mm-mm.
someone say that and your mother, your mother's Irish and your dad is
hmm
okay. Got it. So you biracial then,
Yeah, I'm mixed,
right?
half breed, whatever you want to call it.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, you're not a foundational Black American. So you're
I'm an American dog.
yeah, no, you're not a foundational Black American, sir. Your family immigrated here. You come from an immigrant background, and that's okay. So
But
if you come
go
from
ahead.
if you come from an immigrant background, you can't really come over here and start dictating the narrative because you're against.
Oh, okay. So now that you say that, you talk about immigrants coming here dictating what goes on in this country.
Right.
How many so-called Jews, so-called with air quotes, How many of them came over here and dictated our country,
Yeah,
dictated what goes on in this country?
yeah, I don't care about religious backgrounds.
It's not about religious. Look, whenever you ask somebody what
Yeah,
they
we
are, right?
go down. Yeah, we don't care about religious backgrounds. Yeah, because they all benefit if people are classified as white, they benefit from white supremacy. So breaking them up in different religious groups is inconsequential. We don't really have to do that. That's kind of pointless. Huh?
No, because this is something I need to explain to you. When
Or slow down. Somebody who come from places where they family fled, you can't really explain nothing to us, sir.
I
Both
can explain a lot to you.
no, you can't. Both sides of your family failed and fled their homelands. They failed in Ireland and they failed in Jamaica, sir. And you come from a failed lineage of people who made janky deals.
Not true. Not true at all.
My
Not
lineage
true at all.
flee or make a janky deal. Foundational Black Americans are the only people that never legitimize white supremacists on paper. Never. Y'all did. You can't tell us shit. You
Let
understand
me ask you. Let me ask you a legitimate question though.
the question, sir?
It's a good question. When in your time and being in this country, just seeing everything that goes on, when have we ever seen a group of people tell white men what to do when they do it?
Foundational Black Americans.
No. Who? Come on, dog. Be
During,
for real.
during the civil rights movement, we told them you're going to make these laws equal, or we going
That was pushed by Jewish people behind you.
who were the Jewish people in the streets? Huh? Huh?
What you want me to get a specific name?
Who were the ones in the
I
streets?
don't have a specific name for
Because
you.
there you go. I can show you the foundation
Okay.
Americans in
So
the streets putting in work, being martyred, sacrificing their lives. That was a movement that we pushed and
hold
we
on,
made the streets hot, sir. That's why those laws got passed. They got passed because the streets got hot, sir. And
dog. No,
and
they did not.
yeah, what you
It
really?
did not get passed because of black men or black
Yes, it
women. It
did.
got passed because Jewish help behind the scenes. It wasn't because of what you wanted. Can I want to read you something.
Okay, sir.
I,
This is jealous tether talk because you failed in your homeland. Y'all didn't get anything pushed. You had to flee because you failed to come over here to benefit off of our civil rights gains, sir. It was our family putting in work, getting those laws passed. Wasn't the Jewish community doing it?
can I read you
Can
something?
I read you something? Can I give
Can I read you something? I just it's
you some history? Because you can't say that it was Jewish people. There were some who were helping, but some of the reasons why we were being discriminated against were because of Jewish landlords. So yeah, there was a balance there. You can't ignore the balance. Yeah, there were some Jewish people who were helping Dr. King, but there were also the Jewish media at the time showing us as Sambos and showing us as degenerates. Yeah, there were some Jewish people who there was one Jewish guy who went down to Mississippi and got unalive because he was with some black people. But then you had Jewish people like Dan Burroughs, who was Jewish and he was a part of the damn Klan and the American Nazi Party, and they were instrumental in blowing up those girls in Alabama. So yeah, we don't give props to that. We got to look at the whole totality of it, sir.
can I read you one thing?
What
Can I read you one thing? This is from a book written by Israel Cohen
that,
in 1912.
that's not real, sir.
This is real,
That's a
dog. This is you can look it up yourself, cause I
Bro,
looked it up
this
myself.
is BS, man. Dog, like you say people from Ireland,
and
they got bigger issues going on over there in Ireland right now. Right now.
I'm from here.
No, you're not.
I
You
was
just said your
born
people
here.
from Ireland and Jamaica, correct?
My people is from there, yeah, but I'm from
When
here.
did your people immigrate from Jamaica?
My dad came over here in the 80s.
Okay, so in 1965, black folks, after they got civil rights, they went to United States government and told them, your immigration policies are racist and they're too discriminatory against melanated immigrants. So they opened it up so people like your father could come over here under our protection because unlike y'all, we don't answer to the British Crown. We are the only group in the world who rose up from slavery to become equal citizens under the Constitution in America.
Mm.
So y'all didn't have nothing going on over. That's why your dad left. And if you were talking about the Irish side of your family, they were so goddamn defeated and demoralized by the British. The British had them growing wheat that they couldn't eat. That's why they turned to the potato. Imagine that, growing a
For
bunch
sure, in
of
the
food
potato
that you couldn't
famine.
eat.
Yeah,
Is that a lie or is that true? So that's where you come from.
that's true.
You come from
No, that's
cowards
true.
and,
That's
and
true.
defeated people. That's where you
No.
come from. That's your lineage. That's who you are. That's not an
So
insult. That's a fact.
I'm a coward, but you stay blaming a white
I
guy
didn't, I
for
didn't
something
blame
that some
anybody. I just
Jewish
told you where you
cocksucker
came
did
from.
to you.
No, I just told you where we come from. We come from people who fought against the United States government. See, the only reason why they caved on the civil rights movement is because black folks had two options, right? There was the enemies necessary option or there was the peaceful option, right? So for them, they say, you know what? We can't, it only takes 3% of a population to overthrow the government. They know this. They ran the numbers and said, you know what? If these people riot, we don't have an infrastructure to fight this. So we got to give them what they want. That's what they did. That's leverage through power, not fear, not being cowards. They understood, damn, if we don't do this, we may lose it all. That's why they did it. So this whole Jewish notion helped us is BS. That's not what
You're
happened.
brainwashed. You're
No, I'm
brainwashed.
speaking
You're
facts.
brainwashed by
Watch
Jews,
this. Watch
bro.
this real
You're
quick.
brainwashed. You're
What's the
brainwashed by
number
them,
of law
cuz.
enforcement to a citizen? What's the number?
The number of law enforcement
It's one to every
citizens.
5,000. They know these numbers.
Okay.
It doesn't take that much to break this infrastructure. And you gotta think about it, right? We're not talking about people who not from this land. We are from here. We know this land like the back of our hands. It would be really hard to stop people if they want to tear up their own country, which is why they panic every time we rise up. And you notice they always cave to what we want because A is justice, and then B, they don't want to have to lose that fight. Unlike your people, both sides of your family cave to the
They
British.
don't cave because you're a
Sir,
black man. They cave
no,
because of
it doesn't
the
fucking matter. It
Jewish.
doesn't matter. The
Oh
Jamaicans cave to the British, and the Irish to this day cave to the British. As a matter of fact, in Jamaica, they don't even own the beaches. In Ireland, it's the same thing.
no,
Most
it's
of the real
pretty
estate
much
out
owned
there,
by China
most
now.
of the real estate in Ireland is owned by the British right now. Is that true or false?
That's true. It's part of the
Most of the real
United Kingdom.
estate in Jamaica, the important parts are owned by the British right now. True or false?
I don't know.
That's
I know
true.
China owns a
Well, the
lot of
British and
shit in
Chinese, correction, my
in
bad.
Jamaica.
I think your interests would better serve teaching those people how to fight back against the British who are currently oppressing them to this day than to talk about what we got going on over here. Because apparently what we got going on over here was good enough for you and your family, both sides, to find their way over here for a better life. So you're welcome.
I get lumped into the same group as you, whether you want to claim me or
But you're
not.
not though. You're not.
I'm
You're not.
still lumped into the same group by the people
You're
who make
not,
the
but you're
decisions
not
in this
though.
country.
You're not. They know you're
But I
not.
am to the people that make the decisions in this country. I am.
No, no. Actually, in California, we have separate designations now. So shout out to a couple
Dog,
out there in
nobody gives a fuck
California.
about California.
Hey,
All
listen. I'm
right.
trying to tell you. In 2 years, it's going to be very specific questions on that race sheet, on that race line. It's going to be very specific questions. And when you do, I want you to remember this conversation we had today. We are delineating from you people because it's the right thing to do. You guys do not respect the efforts our families has made, and that's perfectly fine. But just understand, no more free gravy. So the gravy
Me
train stops.
personally, you think I don't respect the efforts that some people have made in
Bro,
this
you
country?
came up here and minimized our
It
efforts
doesn't.
to some Jewish cohort. That's
It
disrespectful as hell.
is. It definitely is.
So who
Who
took over
helped you in?
Jamaica?
Who helped you with the NAACP? Who was behind the scenes with that?
That was Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad.
You need to do some history,
No,
dog. Some
you need to
history
do some
work,
history.
cuz.
I
No,
want
no,
you to look
no,
at
no.
what the government position was on the Nation of Islam and what the government's position was on Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King was not the same guy. Is not the guy that he was made out to be.
Nope.
Look,
This is why they silenced
it don't
Malcolm
really
X.
matter. You're missing the point. The point is this, right? Malcolm X preached by any means necessary, and they weren't opposed to using violence when necessary. Martin Luther King preached nonviolence. Now he had to keep preaching this because we're not a docile people. And even when he was preaching this, people were still standing up and fighting back. As a matter of fact, when he passed away, we had riots all over the country. The government realized, okay, we gotta get these people what they want because it's justice. We were marching on Washington anyway. It was a march for justice and justice. So you don't know our history, and that's fine. We don't
So,
expect you to.
so
No,
who do you
quit with all
respect?
this
Who do you
Jewish
respect
nonsense,
more? You
man.
respect Martin Luther King more or
They're,
Malcolm X?
they
Who do you
both
respect
played a
more?
very significant role in us getting our civil rights. I respect both of them and the efforts they put forth.
So Malcolm X, the guy who was against segregation, the same as
I
George Lincoln
respect. No,
Rockwell,
what he said
who
was make your own neighborhood a good place to live. That was their position. They were saying that if they don't want to give you access to what they got, go build your own. And we still stand behind that today, which is why when Marcus Garvey, your fellow Jamaican, came over here, he acknowledged two things about Black Americans. A, they were educated, and B, they were enterprising. Those are the two things he acknowledged about us because we had more money, we were smarter than everybody else, which is why we don't have the same problems you guys have. You guys are subjugated by the British on both sides of your family. We don't have that problem
dog. I'm an American, cuz I don't know their culture.
because your dad
I'm
immigrated.
here.
Your dad immigrated here from Jamaica via what we put forth in 1965 for melanated immigrants. That's why your dad is here.
Exactly. You would not be, you keep saying you're an American. You would not be an American if it weren't for foundational Black Americans kicking over those immigration laws that were discriminatory towards Caribbeans and Africans, sir. So, yeah, you're welcome.
Can I read you one thing just to further my
You gonna
point?
read some
Can I?
fake propaganda to try to back up
It's
your
not
point?
fake. This is written in
But
1912.
I want you to acknowledge the fact that what he just said that your family came over here because of what we did.
No,
That's not
I
true. See,
can't.
now you're a
I'm not
liar.
gonna say
You
it's not
can't acknowledge
completely
the
true,
truth. So why
but
why
you
we
won't
want to hear
admit
what you got to say?
you won't acknowledge the fact that you have been helped
No,
immensely
you have
by
an opinion.
so-called
See, the
Jewish
difference between me
population.
and you is
Hold
you
on.
have an opinion
Hold
about it.
on. Okay, so
You
Black,
have been.
okay, hold on. Wait. So, if Black people didn't really do it, so are you saying that you were able to get over here because of Jews? Is that what you're saying?
Dog, they use that plight to they use that as a way to have some type of togetherness with black folks. They use black folks as a way to get what they want in this country. You
How
didn't
did
get that
they,
because of who
how
you are. You got that because of Jewish influence and politics. That's why you got that. It had nothing to do with you.
did
All right?
people?
It had nothing to do with you, cuz
Okay, so
whether you need to admit that
hold on.
Jewish influence has been a major part in why you
Admit
have the
that.
rights that you
That's
have in this
simply not
country.
true,
Oh,
man. That's simply
okay.
not true.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, Dan. Hold on. Now, if sir, if you're saying that the civil rights gains were because of the Jewish community, and we all know that the immigration laws were because of the civil rights gains, so are you saying that Jews help you get here or your family get here?
In a way, yes.
So
In a way, yes.
why are you complaining about Jews then?
Because I see the shit that they do. If you look at the things that they believe in as far as their religion, they don't you. You're a Gentile. Don't you see that?
But you
They don't respect you.
but you benefited from Jews, so according to you.
They use that as a way to
But
gain access
sir,
to our military, to our politics.
that you benefited from Jews when you get here because of the civil rights,
You won't admit that you have benefited from it.
but
That's where the line is drawn right here. You won't admit to it, and
because it ain't true.
which I don't see
It ain't
how it is true.
because my family's been here before they were here. I ain't saying that because it's not true. My family put in work and got everything popping. My family created the culture, foundational.
Dog, as much as you look, I'm not going to say that there weren't some black folks that had a
So
major
what are you
play
gonna
in
do
why
about it though?
things
That's the
are.
real question because you complaining to us about it. Like, well, if we don't got no power and we
Because I don't
can't do
understand
nothing.
why you don't see that.
No, I'm saying
I don't
listen,
understand why you don't see that.
listen for a second, right? If we have no power and we don't get anything done, why the fuck you even talking to us about this?
Why not talk about it? It's an issue.
No. But I'm saying, but why? Like, why don't you go handle this on your own then? If you believe that, because anytime we believe something, we get shit done.
Is that true?
Yeah,
You're walking, living, breathing proof of that. What are you talking about, man?
We're not seeing eye to eye on
What are
how
you
that
gonna do
came to
about what are
be.
you gonna do about your Jewish problem? Because apparently it's your problem. What you gonna do about it?
No, it should be your problem
No,
too.
we don't care. What
It
are you
should be
gonna do
your
about it?
problem. That's the issue.
No, listen.
All right, let me ask. Let me
What are
explain
you
something
gonna
to
do
you.
about it? Because you're doing a lot of talking. That's the easy
I'm
part.
gonna preach the word. I'm gonna preach the word.
Okay, well,
I'm
go
gonna
preach the
preach.
word to somebody else. Like, go talk to your
No,
people.
well,
Go
oh, you
talk to
don't
the
want to hear the
Jamaicans.
truth.
Go
Oh,
talk to
okay.
the
You
Irish
don't want to hear
people.
the truth. You don't want to hear the
It's
truth.
not the truth.
Okay.
Everything you said is
What?
hypothesis. I just gave you cold
No, it's
hard
not,
facts.
dog. No, it's not, dog. I'm sorry, but it's not.
yeah. You're just talking. See, you got to do what we do. We as foundational Black Americans, we get laws on the books. We get certain constitutional statutes. We get yeah. We get laws
With
on the books.
the help of so-called Jews. You don't do it by yourself. This is what I'm telling you. You're not doing this by yourself.
Yeah, we actually are.
No, you're not. Because you haven't. What have you done? Like really?
The 14th,
Since since
14th Amendment,
since the
14th
14th
Amendment,
Amendment, 65, whenever,
and
Civil Rights Act, whatever. Since then, what have you done?
civil rights.
That's 60 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And you still benefiting from it today.
Yeah.
And are we?
And now,
Are we really though?
and hold on, now we're getting delineation laws passed. We're getting delineation on the books, especially out here in California. And now we did that in the last couple of weeks. That was a black grassroots effort. We're getting delineation on the books. So yeah, we get laws put on the books. We get statutes put on the books. You just run around fleeing all over the damn place, sir. You don't.
No, I'm not fleeing from anything. If I was
Now,
fleeing, I
you
wouldn't be
come
up
from
here
a long
talking to
line
you
of
about
fleers, my
this.
brother. Listen. The Irish during the potato famine, they all ran to America instead of eating the wheat that they were growing for the British. How does that sound? Even in New York
So
right
you're
now, we
you're
got
telling me
people on the
that
ground. Listen, brother, there are people on the ground in New York right now. Shout out to Sister Brooke and the U.S. Freedmen Project. They're on the ground right now, stomping for reparations. Right? They're actually going up to these places and they're talking to these people. They're getting a constitutionally sound bill pushed through right now as we speak. And you know what you're doing? You and your Irish Jamaican
you'll never
ancestry,
get
you're crying
reparations
to
in
us
this
about
country,
Jews.
cuz you'll never get
I wish
reparations in this
they
country.
said we never get civil rights too.
Right? They said
You'll
we'll never get.
never get
Yeah,
if you
we
didn't get reparations with Joe Biden, you're not going to get reparations down the line. Like, don't you
Joe
see
Biden was a
that?
Klansman. What are you talking about?
Dog. Hey, I'm glad you said that because that's true. But a lot of
mm,
people don't realize that.
So why the hell would you expect the Klansmen to give us We didn't expect that. See what I'm saying? Like y'all
Dog,
don't know
that's
what
not
y'all need to
true.
be
That's
talking.
not true at all. That's all people talked about for about 4 years was the
eight,
reparations, and it never came.
and eight. Understand this. We're not even tripping on a political party. We're going to get reparations through law. We're going the legal route. We don't give a damn who. That's why when people say, "Well, y'all, the Democrats ain't going to give it," no, man. It ain't about a political party. It's about law. We're going through the law route. That's how we're going to get it. So
And
no matter
who runs the majority of the law in this country?
what do you mean,
Who
we
makes
all,
who runs the majority of the law? Who makes the decisions as far as laws in this country?
all of us, sir.
A lot of people that end with a last name of a noun and sting and berg. Okay,
Bro, what is your issue with them, man? Like why are you coming to people so be straight. So your
because
logic is
I do research on
y-
what these fuckers
this is
believe
the
in.
reason why your people are so terrible, right?
No,
So in your mind, you come to a people that don't get anything done to complain about something you want done. How does that make sense?
I mean to y'all you get things done.
No,
As
how does that make
according
no?
to
How, no, I'm
y'all,
talking about for your interest. How does that make sense?
because why not
No.
tell
How
somebody
does
the
that make
truth?
sense?
Why not tell people the truth instead of always blaming some cracker
Who
for
did we
why
blame?
things the way they are when you need to be
Who
blaming people who
did
call
we blame?
themselves so-called Jews, dog. That's what I'm
We blame?
saying.
Who did we blame?
You all the time up here blaming white folks. White folks, they're not the same as these so-called Jews.
What did
They're
we blame
not
for? What do we blame them for?
for how things are.
What? Nigga, look,
You don't blame
right?
them for what how things are in this country. You don't
Listen,
blame the
sir,
whites for
sir,
how
sir.
things are
One
in this
second,
country.
sir. 1 second, sir. Right? We are a people that was served a grave injustice by this government. We then went to that government and say, "Hey, you guys did something unjust to us. We need justice." That government was reluctant, but eventually they caved. We went to the people that did us wrong. Now, have you and your people gone to the British and say, "Hey, you guys did us wrong"?
The British are ran by the Jewish.
Go to them and tell them. Go to Tel
I
Aviv.
can't go to
You
another
can't.
country.
Exactly, because you're
I
not
can't
like us.
I can't go to another
Go
country.
back home. That's your ancestral
I
land, is it
can't.
not?
I can't.
That's your ancestral land, is it not? I can
I
trace my ancestry
can't.
to the 1700s,
You
So
man.
hear what
do
I'm
we,
saying? I can't. This I can never leave here. I'm stuck here for the rest of
so,
my life.
so
All right.
basically, sir, you're a homeless failure. You can't go back to your country of
A
origin.
homeless failure.
You
No,
want to wag
no.
your finger at us? Okay, let me get my
If you
sister Brooke
think
up here.
that
No, no,
doesn't
Yeah,
bother me. That doesn't.
I just
no.
I just have a couple of questions, hon. You said you're from Jamaica.
No, I'm from
Jamaica,
here. I'm from
yeah,
here.
your family. Your family's Jamaica. Why aren't you concerned about all of the people in Jamaica with no roofs? And the fact,
I
and you want to talk about you wait, hold on, sweetheart. You want to talk about us and our involvement with Jews, but your president was just in Israel on his knees.
I hate it. What do you? I don't support that shit at
So you
all.
have
At
bigger
all.
fish to fry, sweetheart. I don't understand why you're here in our business. Your entire, just
Because
about your
I'm
entire
lumped into the
island
same
does
group
not
as you,
have
regardless if you
roots.
want to
No, you're
accept it or
not.
not.
No,
Yes, I am.
you're not.
Yeah,
You
I
should
am.
be concerned about the people in your lineage because that's all we're concerned about right now.
Okay.
But you're not. You're over here talking to us. Why are your people stealing from each other when you guys are sending barrels back home to your family members? How come Buju Banton can't even send over a stove? What's happening over there? Your president,
It's ran by a communist
he's
country.
going everywhere on his knees. He was just in Israel on his knees, kissing
Ready to
the
suck some
wall.
Jewish dick. Yeah. Just like the same people in
So
this country.
go deal with your brethren, your sistren, and stay out of our business. It's none of your business. It doesn't matter what we
Oh, it
do
is my
or who we
business because
consort
I'm lumped
with.
into the same
It's
group as you.
none of your business. And as
I'm lumped
Daniel
into the
says,
same group
Oh,
as you,
this
whether
is
you want to
why,
admit it or
and
not.
as
It's
Daniel
true.
said earlier, this is why we delineate.
right.
Please send those emails, people, so we can delineate from people like this. This is why we're fighting for our constitutionally sound reparations bill, and
You
we are fighting
guys
for
follow
our
behind
delineation
Jews.
bill. So, family, as you hear this nonsense, please let this motivate you to send emails to our legislators because this is exactly why we're doing what we're doing, because they are so involved in our business here in New York that they can't even see their nose to spite their face. His homeland is currently in shambles. Right now, there's some strange disease in your water in Jamaica that the people are suffering from. Your president is more occupied with Israel than they are with his
Hmm.
own people, but you're over here in our
Something like for
business.
here, right?
And with that, oh no, we're concerned with our business. That's the difference between you and I and all the rest of us in this room. We're concerned with our business. We're doing what we have to do, but you got your nose in our business. And I'll land there.
So
Thank you so much, Tariq, for letting me speak. And family, send those emails.
Yeah.
Send those emails right away. Thank you so much.
Well, that's how we do. We ain't over here copping please.
ain't nobody cop no plea. What the fuck is you talking
Please,
about? Ain't
dude.
nobody copping no plea.
We ain't y'all ain't gonna get no reparation good to you.
You're
Yeah.
not. You're
Don't bring
not ever gonna get them. You're
don't
never
project
gonna get them, dog.
up.
It's a pipe dream. It's
Yeah,
never gonna happen, dog.
don't project your failure onto us, sir. You're the
No.
failure and failure. You come from a
Oh,
failed lineage.
I'm the failure,
Yeah,
right?
you are, sir.
I'm the failure.
You're the one who
When
had to come under us.
your bloodline is the one that sold you to these Jews. All right.
Us, sir. You had to
Your
come,
bloodline is the same one that sold you to these Jews. All
sir.
right.
Bloodline is a fleeing bloodline. You had to get
And
on the
your
net.
bloodline is a bloodline of slaves and weak-minded people.
Bro,
What, what,
you
Then
don't
what are
know
you
what you're talking
talking
about.
about? If you want to go there, I mean,
what,
your
what you
bloodline is a bloodline of slaves and
okay, what
weak-minded
you
people
do? You
who
too.
rely on Jewish influence to get what you want in this country.
You
That you
too.
don't want to see that.
You
Just
too.
for the same reason you kill your babies because Jewish people tell you this is what you do. This is what you can do. It's your right.
This
Kill your
how stupid you
bloodline.
is. This how dumb you is.
Kill your bloodline.
The
This is who
Catholics
you
ran the
follow
slave trade. You
behind.
know that,
This
right?
is who you follow behind. You follow
H, you know
behind
that, right?
Jewish ideology.
H,
That's what you
H,
follow
H,
behind,
H,
cuz.
H. You realize it was the Catholics that ran the slave trade, right?
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't the
it was the
Catholics.
Catholics.
Dog.
The Pope sanctioned it. That's what happened.
So just like in school when they all
True
try
or
to tell
false,
us the same way they try to tell us in
bro?
school that
Like,
Christopher
you know what?
Columbus was
This
Spanish,
is
but
why
he
y'all
was
don't
really
get shit
Jewish.
done. This is why y'all don't get shit
What?
done in y'all countries, bro. Because all y'all do, y'all go off bad information. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And then once y'all get a dumb idea, y'all stick to that idea regardless if it's not working or not.
No.
See,
You
the
follow
reason why we
behind
so
Jews.
successful,
The minute you realize that you're following behind the wrong person,
Oh,
we're not following
you'll
behind
be
anybody.
better off.
because
You'll
now
be
you're
better off.
looping. He's doing the same thing over there. Okay, thanks, Dan. We're gonna get him out. I thank you, thank you, eight, because all you're doing is saying the same thing. You've been defeated verbally, psychologically. You're just repeating the same lies. Family, just like our good saying, and shout out to brother Dan. Shout out to Sister Brooke. Round of applause. They- on why delineation is so important. Family, we can't unify with that. We don't need to unify with everybody. All that means we got to be unified. We all got to stick together. The hell we do. What are we going to do with him? What the fuck are we going to do with him? A failed tether. That's been the problem. You want to know why we ain't been getting shit done? This has been around us. That right there has been around us. The minute we try to get something going on, man, we don't need no reparation. We need to just stop tripping. Leave these white people alone. We need to just work hard, man. Hey, that's a pipe dream. We ain't going, and that energy is around us, and we're like, oh man, all right, whatever. We might as well chill out. For the longest, I don't know why we didn't stop to say, hey, nigga, where you from? That's all we had to start doing. A decade ago, we got back to that. We got back to the old school screening process of saying, hey, where are you from? Because that's part of foundational Black American culture. When we were growing up, when you brought new people around, your mom and them, your dad, hey, babe, where you from, babe? People would need to know where the hell you were from. Who are you? Whose child is this? Baby, what church y'all go to? Who's your mom and them? Where I know you from? Where I know your mama from? You would force yourself to know who the hell this person was. That was a thing in foundational Black American culture. For some reason, getting into like the 90s, I think we started losing that. In the 90s, we stopped checking everybody's paperwork. We got on some, yeah, we all Black, global, everybody Black. You know, we don't need to ask questions. Everybody's just everybody. We got on that shit in the 90s. And that was a problem. And we didn't get a lot of shit done that we needed to get done. But really, during the whole Black Lives Matter movement, we start seeing weird behavior going on. We start talking about stomping for justice and getting compensatory justice and getting justice for the people who are harmed. And then somebody pop up, well, yes, and Black trans lives matter too. And Black immigrants matter. Huh? Okay, well, yeah, immigrants. Well, a dude just got shot. The hell immigration got to do with this shit? Where are you from? Whose man is this? We started asking questions because we said, wait a minute, these people don't really sound familiar. This don't sound like our lineage. Where are all these weirdos coming from? Whenever we're talking about getting things for us, all of a sudden some fool jump up talking about leave the white people alone. Nigga, where are you from? Where your mama from? No, it don't matter. We all Black. When they start getting defensive, why are you defensive? Because when somebody asks where you from, you're not supposed to get defensive. Somebody says, where you from? Oh, yeah, I'm from Main Street. My mom goes to Ebenezer Church. That's not a question that you're supposed to be offended by. When we start asking people where they're from, they start getting defensive. Hey, you saying some weird stuff, and nobody here knows you. Where are you from? What that mean? We all Black. The white man, the boat drop us off over here, the boat drop us off over there. It's a boat ride. What? What's all this defensive shit? Where the hell are you from? And why we're talking about reparations? You said we shouldn't get it. Where are you from? Well, my family's from Jamaica. You're not even qualified to get reparations. See, we slowly started seeing a pattern. We started seeing this pattern. All these people talking about, no, we don't need no money. We don't need nothing. Who says that? Who don't want justice for their lineage? That makes sense. That makes zero sense. That don't make no sense whatsoever. Until we started asking questions. Like, hold on, wait a minute. First of all, why you got on that hat? Take your hat off for a minute. Oh, why your head look like that? Where you from? Are you from Somalia, Sudan? Where you from, bro? Why your clothes musty? Where are you from? Yeah, you look very unfamiliar. You musty. Your hairline look. Where are you from, brother? And you got on a suit with flip flops. Where are you from? We started asking questions because all the weirdos start showing up, And we said, hey, wait a minute, these people are not just weirdos. They're not from here. They're not from here. They're talking weird and dumb. We got to do paperwork checks on everybody now. Uh-oh, everybody, we're going to have to check in. Everybody got to check in now. Where the hell you from? And then we started weeding out a lot of the weird behavior. Now we saw what the problem was. We saw what the common denominator was. And this woke us up around the Obama era. We said, wait a minute. A lot of the shit is coming from people who are not from our lineage. That's where all this weird shit is coming from with Obama, him not doing nothing to protect us. Like, what the hell? We sat here waiting on Obama. We thought, okay, yeah, we were making excuses for his ass. Well, he couldn't do nothing on his first term, but that second term, boy, we got to reelect him. And my dumb ass reelected his ass. I'm with there too. I'm right there. So I'm including me because I voted for his stupid ass twice. But if you notice, go back to 2016. I'm on the Breakfast Club. I was calling his ass out when he was still in office. I was like, Obama, man, he didn't do shit for us. Y'all go back and listen. I've been on this. Go back and listen to the first Breakfast Club. Well, I don't know if it's the first. I've been on there a few times. But I know this 2016. I went in on Obama when he was in office about how he didn't do nothing for us. Go look up that interview. It's 2016, almost a decade ago. I've been on this. I said, wait a minute. All these people who we thought were cool, they ain't really cool. Eric Holder, he's another tether. He's a Caribbean. Obama's Kenyan. Yeah, I saw a pattern. Colin Powell, all these people who are quote black, who get close to the White House. A lot of these people are not of our lineage. That's not an accident because they know instinctively people are going to look out for their own lineage group, and instinctively, if you're not from that lineage group, you're not going to feel guilt by not doing anything for that group. You understand? See, instinctively, if you're from a lineage, you got family of that lineage. So you're going to, just on a subconscious level, you're going to try to do something for that lineage. That's why we love Marion Barry. Yeah, he was on the pipe or whatever. Marion Barry is for the lineage. Marion Barry hooked a lot of black folks up in D.C. He was a very good mayor for D.C. Got a lot of people jobs. They called him the jobs mayor. Had everybody working, making sure black firms got contracts from the government. He looked out. That's why they reelected him. They tried to say, look at him, he's on crack. And I won't give a we got a job, nigga. Take me to the voting booth. I'm gonna vote for him and for some more crack. If that's what it takes, put him back in office. No. That's why they tripped. And that did backfire. The community still supported Marion Barry. He was getting jobs, making sure black folks was taken care of. People gonna look out for their lineage, just like Michael Jackson. We got to give our props to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson played these people. They got him in the end, though. They got our brother out. Michael Jackson played the shit out of these people. Michael Jackson was about that lineage business. Oh, Michael was a rider. I wish y'all understood how much of a rider our good brother Michael Jackson was. That Jackson family, that whole family, they're riders, man. I saw Jermaine Jackson at a damn Farrakhan rally one time. Chilling. But Michael looked out for foundational Black American artists who got railroaded and scammed. He gave them their publishing back. Sly Stone, Little Richard. When he got that big old deal from Sony, he went over to Tommy Mottola's heads and went over there to Japan and cut the deal directly with Sony. They were so pissed. They hate when we have that kind of influence because that's what we do as foundational Black Americans. We use our influence and we help the group. Respect to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy put a lot of people on. He used his influence to put a lot of people on. But our good brother Michael, he went over there and got that deal with Sony, took over. Michael was about to buy Marvel. I talked about that before. He was about to buy Marvel. And even when he got that, because people talk about, well, Michael got the Beatles publishing. He got everybody's publishing. Everybody who was under Sony, which was damn near all the major labels over here. It wasn't just the Beatles. He got everybody's publishing. And Dion Cole, he was on the on Drink Champs talking because Dion Cole, the comedian, he's cool with Paul McCartney. And Dion Cole said Paul McCartney was talking to him, and Paul McCartney fell out with Michael because Michael got that publishing and didn't break him off nothing. Paul McCartney was like, I want Michael to give me a little something from it. I wanted Michael to give me something. Give me a little bump. Give me something. And Michael was like, no. Michael's like, nope. He's like, really? You can't let me hold something? Uh-uh. This is business. Michael didn't give him shit. But Michael was giving all these other black artists their publishing. That boy, Paul, fell out. Paul was heated. And I don't blame Michael. The hell am I gonna give you something for? You white. You white. You fine. Nobody beat you out of nothing. They beat my people out of money. I'm gonna make sure they're good. What is you talking about? They were pissed off at Michael. Shout out to Michael. That's what I'm talking about. Instinctively, you're gonna look out for the lineage. You're gonna look out for the people who paved the way for you instinctively. That's why they don't like us in certain positions of power like that, because we empower the group. You understand? We empower the group. We're going to make sure the group is fine. That's why they try to get these other artists and other people to be replacements for us. Why do you think they try to push these Afro beats artists and all that shit? They know when we get some notoriety, some access to influence, if we're from the lineage, we're gonna look out. Y'all go Google something real quick. Google, because yeah, they had me on TV and all that shit. I had access, and I still have access to the media. I use that to help the family. Google California reparations hearing. Google that right now. Go to Google, look up California reparations hearing, and then go to the news part. Look there on the front page. You see my ass. NBC News. Look at it. Google it right now. That's what I use my notoriety for. I use that for the family. Yeah, NBC News got a big picture of me at the California reparations hearing. I knew when I show up, the media was going to run a big story and use my likeness and name and all that. And that's, we put eyes on it around the world. That's what we do with our influence. But that's why I get attacked, though. I get attacked by the alphabet folks where they got so many operatives and feds on my ass. But that comes with the territory. That comes with the territory. We've always had feds on our back. What else is new? Harriet Tubman had feds on her back. The federal government. John Horse had feds on his back. The federal government. The Federal Fugitive Slave Act. And yeah, we've always had feds on us. So yeah, I'm an FBA. I can withstand that. But family, there's a reason why they keep trying to use these foreigners as the face of us. This is why they got a movie about Sarah Rector, who was a foundational Black American girl who got a lot of money from oil down there in Oklahoma. And they were kind of finessing her out of her money. She was the richest Black girl in the world at the time. And they kind of finessed her out of her money. They got a Haitian girl playing her. That's not by accident. They could have found an FBA kid to play her. And I'm not saying that to denigrate the Haitian child. I'm not saying that. But come on now. This is not a coincidence. This ain't just something to be happening. Why you think they boost Cynthia Erivo? Cynthia Erivo is like whatever. They love, listen, Cynthia Erivo is weird. All that weird shit going on with her and Ariana Grande, all that weird ass, creepy shit they're doing on the red carpets. Yeah, they like that. They like that to be representative of us. That's why we say, no, no, we ain't got nothing to do with none of that. That ain't us. That ain't us. They love getting some weird ass person. Oh, look at this black person. This represent black. No, she don't. No, she don't. At all. See, going back to Eddie Murphy. Shout out to Eddie Murphy again. Eddie Murphy, he and his movie Boomerang introduced the wave of black romantic comedies. That came out of Boomerang. That's why today we have the whole term 90s fine. That came out of Boomerang, Eddie Murphy's movie. You show these fly, beautiful black women. That movie had so many beautiful sisters in it. Robin Gibbons, beautiful. Holly Berry, beautiful. Layla Rashawn, beautiful. These FBA women defining that 90s fine look. And then other movies followed. and other TV shows followed, like Living Single and all that stuff. All of that came out of the Boomerang thing. Love Jones and Love and Basketball, that black romantic comedy that Sanaa Lathan, all these beautiful sisters from the 90s. That was our representation. You understand? These FBA sisters, just beautiful. And the 90s got them beautiful ass sisters killing the game. That made the image of black women desirable. Hollywood, oh no, that makes brothers want to hook up with them. No, they want to hook up, and then they're gonna start having these families and these powerful families. You got a good-looking woman, a good-looking brother, functioning kids. Oh, we got to bust that up. Come on, Gabby Sidibe. Come on, let's get some of these. Let's Gabby Sidibe, Cynthia Erivo. There's these weird-looking with bald heads, and come on, let's get them. Then it got weird. They start promoting this weird shit. You know, that ain't by accident. That's not by accident, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is why it's very important for us to control the narratives. It's important for us to say, okay, this is what we identify our lineage as, so that you don't give us no janky name that's going to turn around and bite us in the ass, like African American. That's a janky term that bit us in the ass. That's a dead term. We should never use that term ever, 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 ever again in life. That term makes us comparable to immigrants, which we are not. We are not no immigrants in any sense of the word. That's the reason why that term specifically was labeled on us. They used Jesse Jackson, who's Jesse is a Cherokee damn Indian. He's on the Indian roll. He's a Cherokee Indian, by the way. And they knew that term would disempower us because it would reduce our unique status and lineage on this land. We are not no damn African Americans. We're foundational to this land. That's powerful because it's unique. Elon Musk is African American, ladies and gentlemen. Myron Musty Gaines is African American. I ain't that. We ain't the damn same. Don't put me in no category with folks like that. We are not the same. You understand? We got to stand on that kind of business, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, y'all gonna have me up here and shit. Y'all gonna have me on here forever with y'all, man. Respect to the family, man. We've been chopping it up. Respect to you guys. Y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, family. Join me December 20th. That's in a couple of weeks at the Hidden History Museum. We got a great event we're having up there. A lot of comedians, complimentary food. Me, I'm going to be there with you guys as your host, my brother Dwan B. Y'all know at the Hidden History Museum, we have an absolute ball up there. We have a great time. Before we go, we got one of the three musketeers. We got Big GT in here. Big GT, what's going on, Big GT?
Wait, Tariq, you been running, bro. I said, it's a rough time for you on TikTok. I see the TikTok videos, bro. It's rough over there for you. But I just want to know, why do you let Dan?
How is it rough for me? And I'm over there breaking records on TikTok. Literally,
Bro, you're not breaking no records. People just want to clash with you and shit.
Sir. Yeah, go to TikTok and look at some of the posts. These people are giving me these awards that I don't even know what I'm getting them for. They're like, yeah, you're in the top 1% of this. And
Exactly, because it's the kiddie platform. You just get awards.
that shows my appeal, sir. Now I know old dusty tethers like yourself. Yeah, that's one thing. But yeah, the youth listens to me, sir. So that just shows how deep my appeal. I what? GT? Okay, I think he dropped his phone in some goosey. Okay. Go ahead, GT. Yeah, y'all try to minimize the impact. I'm literally over in TikTok breaking records, family.
Tariq, you're a mute god. Stop muting, man.
They send me these awards all the time. Hey, you just got 1 million of this and 1 million hearts and 1 million diamonds, and then they send money. I'm like, okay, shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what kids do, you know. They just send you little tokens and
Yeah,
and like
money. Here's the thing. They start sending me a lot of money for all of these accomplishments.
That's good. That's good that you're getting paid for your grift. That's good that you're getting paid for your grift.
Grift, sir, is you and them flip flops grifting.
No, shout out to
Order.
the flip flops. You need to do.
Damn grift. You grifting yourselves into other people's countries, sir. That's the damn grift.
You don't grip into somebody else's country when you're.
Get your musty ass out of here. I don't want to hear tether babble. Jealous tether. Yeah, I'm over there on TikTok, literally taking over TikTok. And they're giving me a lot of money. I didn't know they were giving money like that. I'm like, shit. Yeah, I appreciate it. El Presidente. What's up, El Presidente?
Yeah, hi, Tariq. How you doing? I love
I'm
that
good, El
you're
Presidente.
getting, yeah, I love that you're getting recognition on a platform that is known for engagement farming and bots. And yeah,
What is wait, what's engagement farming and bots? What is?
I mean,
And
TikTok is known for, giving fake appreciation and attention. I think it's authentic. But I know that you're basically expanding your grift. And
that's tether talking. You're in Ghana right now,
I
beloved.
respect your hustle. It's
Yeah, you're in Ghana. Yeah, you're over there hungry right now, beloved. El Presidente, you okay?
good. I'm
That's a
hungry. Send me some Bitcoins. How is that any better?
and sweetie, another thing. Can you take those earphones out? Your connection is horrible. You're trying to troll a little bit, but you're too poor to get a good phone. So you're talking on like two coconuts or some shit. Can you take the earphones off so we can hear you better? Because you sound horrible.
Now
Okay.
I'm trolling you on these Chinese airports. I don't give a. Listen to me. Look, how is this any?
Yeah, watch that potty mouth, ma'am. You don't suck on nobody's breast with those mouth. Come that
How
mouth.
is
Come on
this
now.
any beneficial for your?
Ma'am, I can barely understand you, ma'am. You're in a hut somewhere with an aluminum foil antenna, and I just can't really understand what you're saying, beloved. I'm trying, El Presidente. Now you're in Ghana, right? El Presidente, you're over there in
How are
Ghana?
you liberating the black community so I can come there? That's the point. That's the conversation. I need you to
No, we don't
leave.
stay there, ma'am. No. I don't Are they even letting y'all over here now? I don't think you can come here now. Right? Yeah, I don't think you can come here at this point, sweetie. So yeah, is that why you mad? Because yeah, you think we done made the block hot, so you can
I've been there. I've been there. I've been there.
oh okay, I see. You're mad at us, Foundational
You
Black
don't
America.
know how I move. So
Yeah, you're mad because we done made the block hot. Now y'all can't come over no more. That's why you're
right
mad.
now it's
Okay.
messed up. Nobody wants to be in America right now. Trust me.
Oh, why you call it mad then? Oh, don't say that. Why you all mad then?
Anxiety is real. Anxiety is real. Anxiety is real. No one wants to be there right now.
Ma'am, are those your titties bouncing up and down? What is that sound? Okay, those titties sound very musty. Maybe you can get some starch or something and powder
Yes,
it
I
on there.
have to share butter on them, so they are very firm.
No,
Anyway,
no, ma'am, don't flop them goat milk titties around like that, ma'am. I'm very uncomfortable with the way that sounded. Okay,
you sound like
let's
you
not.
need milk. Bring a glass down here, babes.
You
Listen
did
to me.
what?
Listen to me.
Kids in the back, man. Those kids sound hungry. Get
No,
those
my
kids
baby
some,
is fed. We gave them some
ma'am.
pizzas.
Get those kids a piece of bush meat and a Capri Sun. Damn, you up here worrying about us and the kids back there hungry. They're hungry,
He
sweetie.
eats he eats green soup.
No,
Period.
no. That baby eats ostrich eggs. Give the baby some ostrich eggs. Make him an ostrich omelet or something. Do something. The baby hollering for food. You up here trolling on the
Nutrition
internet,
is an ostrich egg, so if I could find
ma'am.
some, I
Why,
would.
ma'am? Why don't you give the baby some meerkat macaroni and some of your big breast milk or something? Feed the children, ma'am. Lord, can you do that? Be a good mother for a change, beloved. Hmm? All right. Get the baby some food. The baby back there hollering. Okay. I, good Lord. The baby burnt his mouth on Jollof. I mean, damn. Okay, yeah, she's mad. Yeah, these status, she's mad because they can't come over here now. That's what she's mad at. She's mad because they think, okay, y'all FBAs out and made the block hot, and now we can't come over and finesse y'all. All right, well, shit. Do better there. Get it popping there. Put them musty titties in a bra, get out there and get you a job, and y'all work with each other and get it together, man. Don't be mad at us. All right. Okay, there's the all the musketeers are calling. The three musketeers are up here. And Big GT, you're boring. You just say the same musty shit over and over again. You don't really have any arguments, sir. Okay. Oh goodness. I feel bad for the children. Do I need to send some over there? Hold on. Um, hold on. Alexa? No, not Alexa. Siri? Hold on. What's Sally Struthers' number for Feed the Children? Is that the right number, Siri? Siri. Okay, I'm trying to talk to Siri to see. I'm trying to get the number for Feed the Children if they still got it. Let me see if we can. El Presidente, hold on. She wants to get back on real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get some grain over there. El Presidente, you're good, ma'am. Everything good? El Presidente, you good, ma'am? Hello, El Presidente. Okay, Lord, she's struggling with the phone. Good Lord. Okay, I think a hyena then ate the. Okay.
Yeah, I have saved Bitcoin so I can get a better like AirPods.
Okay, reception ain't
Maybe
even no better. Damn. Okay, I don't, ma'am, it's okay. Okay, AMK, hop on AMK. AMK, hop on in, sir. Yeah, I thought she was gonna come back with a better reception. It's worse. How your reception that bad, El Presidente? Yeah, you know you want to come over here, but you mad at us because you think we made it possible so that you can't come over. You don't want to be sitting over there in that damn mud hut, hot with no electricity. You don't want to be over there. You want to be over here with us. And unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. So that's why you're upset. Don't be mad at us. Get it together. All that disrespecting of us. Come on now. You see, there's consequences to that. All right. Anyway, let me get out of here, family. Let me get out of here. Shout out to Sister Brooke. Shout out to Brother Dan. What's up, Cousin Jerry? Respect to the family. Again, everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get your tickets to join me December 20th at the Hidden History Museum. All right. I'm up out of here, guys. Puppy Akute, Lolavuve to the family. Peace.
I'm no longer musty. I'm no longer musty. Hey, I'm no longer musty. Hey, I'm no longer musty. 'Cause I got my real work on. I'm no longer musty. 'Cause I got my real work on. I'm no longer musty. 'Cause I got my real work on.